What's going on YouTube? It's your boy J McCann21 from the J McCann21 podcast. I want to thank everyone who has watched any of the episodes. This is episode 4. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe if you like what you hear, and I'll be sure to get back to you. Thanks. Peace. All right, so you know me, I'm going to jump right into it. Topic 1 is about why you never date someone within a 30-mile radius of you, ever. All right, so reason 1 why you don't date someone 30 miles away from you, number 1, niggas is crazy. I just think that if you date someone who's further away from you, the less problems you'll have. You don't worry about the pop-ups. You don't got to worry about them swinging by. You don't got to worry about a lot of things. For example, let's say you're dating somebody, right? And they live close. That probably means that you guys have close friends too. So follow me. So you guys break up. You guys are going to the same spots, partying. You're on the same kickbacks. You got to constantly see this nigga after you guys then broke up. So that's something you really don't want to deal with when you're trying to get over this person and seeing them at the store because they live close to you. They go to the same liquor store. They go to the same parties, same hookah lounge, wherever y'all in the same spot. All right, example 2. Let's say you just broke up, right? You guys go to the same spots. You guys are living in the same area, right? So you're going out with somebody. Let's say a friend brings a friend, right? Keep in mind, you guys are all in the same little circle, right? You guys all know each other, blah, blah, blah. So this outside friend, let's say, is talking to the person you were just talking to, but you don't know. So you're going out with somebody new. You're meeting them. Hey, it's a friend of a friend who's a coworker. And, oh, yeah, I'm texting this guy, blah, blah, blah. He's so handsome, blah, blah, blah. This, and that. They start describing him. And it just was the nigga that you was messing with. And this has happened to me before, like when I was younger, where that type of shit happens, and that's sticky. That's what I'm telling you guys. Never 30-mile radius. You get somebody out of town, you need to deal with those problems. They gotta drive 45 minutes if they want to pull up on you. I'm from IE. I don't date nobody who is closer than LA. Period. You don't have problems off top. It's like the ones I just said. This is crazy. Crazy. All right, so next thing we're talking about is marriages, right? So I was smoking the other day, just smoking randomly, just thinking of thoughts and shit like that, right? So while I was smoking, I was like, damn, like, let's say most marriages, they're about, I don't know, about 50 years. 50 years, we'll say, right? You meet someone, let's say 30, you live to 80, blah, blah, blah. That means for 50 years, you're going to have to be with this person. And it really hit me that this is the same person, so you're having sex with the same person each night. You're arguing with the same person each night. Right now in the generation we're in, we're more used to having freedom. That's why people think they can bounce around person to person. We have Instagram, we have these dating sites where you feel like, oh, okay, 100 other people or a million other people will like me. And so that's why we're so quick to leave or not make things work out with that person because we feel we have options. But then you start realizing that these options ain't shit. You feel me? So you got to make sure, number 1, that you get somebody that actually gets you. You don't want to be in a toxic relationship for 50 years. You don't want to be in a toxic relationship for a month, right? So make sure you're compatible. Don't be wasting no time of your time. Everyone's getting older. You want to be happy. You don't want to be wondering what if and all that shit, right? So make sure, number 1, that you get somebody who's compatible with you. But amongst all that, I was thinking, damn, like, it's like basically going to the same restaurant each day and ordering the same things and still loving it, and it really hit me, like, I want you guys to comment below right now. Comment below if you think you can last 50 years. And I know a lot of people think they can, and also comment below if you've been in a relationship before that you thought was going to go forever and automatically it just disappears. And no one wants a divorce. I don't think nothing's wrong with divorce. If it doesn't work out, it's better to be being toxic and happy forever. But I really think that before you get to divorce, you should try to work things out, try to do the best thing because you married this person for a reason. And there are not many good people out here, as we all know. And so you should really try to hang on to that marriage. Marriage is a good thing. I preach marriage. I want to get married. And so, yeah. All right, guys, let's get to nitty gritty. So last week we started a segment called Hood Tales, and that's where basically I go and I go back in my past of things that happened to me, little altercations, things like that, just to keep it a little light, blah, blah, blah. So, okay, this Hood Tales actually is in Laverne. We're about 18, 19 at this stage, and a lot of the times of these stories are going to be around that stage because that's when you're into more shit, kind of, you're more down to do dumb shit, stuff. So anyway, we're at this party, and I always tend to be away from parties because more shit pops off there. You know, people bringing more guns, knives, blah, blah, blah. Luckily, this time there was no knives or guns or weapons, but it still was an L anyway, you take it. All right, so we pull up to this party. We're about 4 deep. I didn't think to ask whose party this was or who invited us, blah, blah, blah. The homie said we rolling, so we rolling. They picked me up. We smoke one before we get there, right before we get there, down the street from the party. So we hop out, everything's cool. We're kind of in our own little corner, things like that. I should knew something was up because people weren't coming up to me saying like, hey, what's up, how you doing, blah, blah, blah. Like, we kind of were just in our own little section, and the people who threw the party were in their section. But I was kind of not on my P's and Q's, so I'm just thinking, okay, we're cool, you know? Like, this is a little burn, ain't no goons up there. So I'm thinking we good, right? So halfway through the party, we're drinking, they have all this stuff. A man approached me, and he asked me, do I know the person who I'm with? And stuff like that. And I'm keeping it real. At this point, I was more of a pussy. So I kind of was like, nah, I really don't know him because I don't know what the issue was with him. Like, obviously, if he's going to come up to me and ask me, hey, man, the person, he didn't scoped out the whole scene. So he knows, obviously, there's a problem, right, with that person. So I'm like, nah. So he's like, oh, okay. But keep this guy in, it was him and another guy. So keep them in memory for the rest of the story. So basically, I don't know what happens. I really believe that they realized that we were outsiders and they had a lot of people there and they figured they could just devo the situation. So like whenever people are more deep, you know, they decide to try to push the issue a little bit more because they feel like they're going to win regardless, right? So we're like 4 or 5 deep and they had a lot of people. So I think they caused the problem. This one guy bumped into the other guy on purpose, one of our guys, and tried to make a problem, and problem came. So me knowing that it's 5 on 25, like, everybody starts getting closer, towing up with them. People are, you a pussy, your mama a bitch, all that stupid shit. So I know niggas revving up, ready to start throwing hands, right? So before this happens, I'm thinking maybe I can squash this because I don't want to get stomped out. But sure enough, somebody just come in. I'm talking about this nigga did a flying falcon punch and dropped the nigga, and then the brawl breaks out. So you know when a brawl breaks out, you see, and if you're ever in a brawl, you're just, I don't know how to explain it. It's a free for all. I don't know how to explain it. It's like one of the craziest feelings. Like, you're not trying to get dropped, so you're just out there just throwing it. You don't know. You see the homie, trying to remember what shirt he wore, because if you see a nigga, I don't care what color, I'm just knocking niggas out, asking questions later, right? So I drop a couple niggas, boom, bow, right? Niggas drop. Everybody is just, all the homies is getting different way, because we're backing up. When you're in a brawl, you backing up, trying to dodge and move. You ain't just throwing hands. You're trying to, not get jumped. So we get separated, which you're never supposed to do. We get separated. Some of us getting beat up down the hill. Some of us getting beat up on the hill. Like, we're in this big-ass, open, big house, and they had a hill and like a football field type of lawn and stuff like that. So we're everywhere, right? So me, after I drop a couple of dudes, the guy who, I think he has eye on me and stuff like that, the guy was like, hey, man, what's up? Like, you better not hit nobody else. And we're in a brawl. This nigga telling me not to hit nobody else. We're in a brawl, nigga. What you mean? I'm supposed to let these niggas beat me up? So I was like, man, fuck all that. So me and him square off and stuff like that. I come out, give him a combination, bing, bing, he on his feet still, he's kind of rocking, you know how niggas get rocked, kind of, oh. And then come back, bing, 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 bing again, and then he rock the nigga. The second time I go in, and keep in mind, this guy was like maybe like 5'10", 5'8", smaller guy. Found out later that he's a football player, right? So when I go up high to knock the nigga out, he goes low and tackles me in my legs, lifts me up, and like I'm talking about Randy Orton spears me to the ground. So while he technically, I believe that when you're in a street fight, you're supposed to throw those hands, ain't no grappling, you're supposed to stand it up. But I guess this is a brawl, there's no rules, so whatever. So he gets me on the ground, he gets about 5 of his Follow the other little Laverne kids and stuff like that. These white boys who probably never hit a real nigga in their life. They see that I'm down, so they come over and they finish their job. They stop me out. Keep in mind, I never get hit in the face because you're supposed to cover up your face, and they fucked up my ribs. I'm not gonna lie. So we got nobody stole nothing from us. We didn't get robbed, so we were cool. But one of the brodies, when we were walking out, one of these brodies got laid out, and it wasn't my personal friend, but it was a friend. So I just took the L. I'm thinking, okay, we took an L. We don't go back up there. It's a little embarrassing, but we got to jump. What you're supposed to do is 5-25. But I go up to play basketball a week later. I'm in the parking lot, and they're planning on, oh, these niggas got a kickback. We got the Addy, man. They want to run down on us, 20-5. Let's do the same thing. So I'm talking about they call, and we go in there about 20 deep. Right? We all meet up at the school that we were going to at the time, like an old school, basically. So we're 18, 19, meet up the old school in the parking lot. Some niggas, we had some white niggas with us. These niggas was in the truck over here getting coked up. When I saw niggas getting coked up, I was like, oh no, these niggas ain't capping. We finna throw major hands, nigga. I see niggas with freaking badge change, nigga. These niggas are like WWE players, real talk. So we all go up, right? At this point, I don't know what I'm thinking, honestly, looking back. I don't know what I'm thinking. I'm just down because, like, the niggas ran up on us. Let's do the same thing. So, my nigga, we hop out the cars, basically. We find out where they are. We're walking up the street. The guy who partook in whooping my ass, right, who jumped me, sees us coming. So, it's about, imagine seeing, you're on, like, a cul-de-sac, let's say, right? And imagine at the end of the street, you see about 7 cars pull up at your house, right? And you're outside, right? So, 7 cars pull up. And 5 niggas are in each car, right? So niggas hop out. You see niggas with bats. Niggas have masks on. I swear to God, man, we came there ready. So he's at the car, kind of maybe debating going to the kickback / party. He sees us coming. That nigga's like, hold on. So they hop in and they dip. So I didn't get to get my revenge on that nigga at that time, right? But the people who was leading the attack, they had a problem with someone specifically. I guess they got niggas' names on Facebook. This is Facebook was popping at the time. They had niggas' names on Facebook. So they were going to see these niggas regardless. They don't care who left. They was going to do it, right? So we get to the fence. Yeah, the fence. We all walk up 20 deep. Walk all in unison, nigga, like soldiers. They come. They spook. We get to the gate. Nigga, where is such and such who dropped the homie, blah, blah, blah. Niggas, you hear crickets. Straight crickets, right? Niggas ain't speaking up. So nigga asked him again, where's the nigga who dropped the brody out yesterday, blah, 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 was talking that shit on Facebook. Bring him outside. While we're pressing dudes, right? So we're in their kickback. We come in their yard now. We're in their yard. So they have the gate. We open the gate. We come in the yard, pressing niggas on the porch. I swear to God. While we're doing this, we're not thinking these niggas may call the police. Because when we got our asses whooped, I don't remember no one calling the police. You feel me? So while we pressing niggas, we see red sirens. And keep in mind, we have bats. Niggas, not me, but niggas have bats, chains, everything, right? They brought the hold up. They brought everything, nigga. So we hear the lights. Everybody starts scattering. Tell me why this nigga, who was the same guy who got pressed at the other party, who got the first punch thrown at him, tell me why this dumbass nigga decides to run back there to their party, right? So everybody scatters different ways. This nigga decides to run to the backyard, right? Man, if I tell you, we get stopped by the cops. I run not towards the cops, but they kind of catch us and they sit us all down. I didn't have nothing on me. I told them I was there just for the party, blah, blah, blah. So after they leave, we're looking for another guy. He runs in their party. We're looking for him. They took him in the back, and they're literally holding his hands behind his back like this and teeing off. Like, one nigga's holding his hands like this, and the other guy's just teeing off. I swear to God, it looked like some, I don't know, type shit. Just teeing off, busting his shit up. He can't do nothing. His hands behind his back. He can't do nothing, right? After they see us looking, they're like, hey, man, who are you guys? And we're like, nobody. We take off, we break off, and we go home. But I say all that to tell you, number one, don't go to house parties. House parties, especially if you don't know them, there are always going to be some shootings, always going to be some this crazy stuff going on. But yeah, that's your boy J McCann 21. I'm out. Peace.